Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for yet another TGH. Today we have ourselves a special guest. Go on ahead and introduce yourself one time.
What's up, Golden Sports audience?
Whoa,
my name is Mike.
You need to sound hype, Mike. Bring the hype, man. You sound, this ain't a job interview, man. Kick back. You crack open a cold one and then bring some energy out. Come on, Mike. I
got a nice cold Ice Mountain refill right here.
There you go. Put some enthusiasm up in these streets, baby.
All right, I'll turn on my intro. I just finished with a video, so yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another TGH. We got Golden Sports here, and we got Mike.
That was beautiful.
Is that good?
You just said
was that good?
Was that was first person or third person? I don't know which person it was. You couldn't say
it. It was like fourth or fifth.
Yeah, whatever, whichever one. At least you didn't say what Savage said. 0 times 1 is 1.
Oh yeah, you know I was watching that. You know 0 times 0 is an undefined number. It's not 0.
What do you mean it's not 0? It's 0.
0 times 0 is not 0.
Okay, hear me out, Mike. Hear me out. If you got 0 apples and you want to loan me 0 apples, how many apples do we have?
That's not multiplication.
Okay, well, multiply it by 9 me then. I got a big family. We Latino. I got lots of me. 0.
You know what?
0 is 0. It's not 1 though. It's not 1.
I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm gonna let you have.
You using big words and stuff like that. Listen, I don't know. Listen. When people use big words around me, I don't understand them, so I take them as disrespect. I don't undefined. Is that what you just said? What the hell is that? I need you to relax. So
yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
So if you guys are don't know Mike, his links will be in the comment section. Go on ahead and check out his Twitter, his YouTube, and his. What about your stream? What was going on with your stream?
To be honest with you, I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while. I did some YouTube streams, like I've been doing that a little bit, but I haven't been on Twitch in a little bit.
We'll link that too if you guys want to go on ahead and check that out. So you said that you have been checking them out, and you said, like, I need to be up on this. You got some things you want to go on ahead and discuss. For those of the few people that don't know, you are a part of this glorious Madden community, which you love. Come on, you love us. Don't lie, you love us.
100%. I love the Madden community. Like
I hear some doubt there, Mike. I hear some doubt. There's a buck coming.
Yes,
there's a buck coming.
There's a buck coming, some people. There's some people that I don't like, and I have no problem saying I don't like them. But the people, like, for example, GS. I have been
you watching. Don't like me? Well, I thought we was boys.
No, I'm about to tell you a
you
story.
Can't take that. You said the people I don't like. I'll name them like GS. Wow, we supposed to be boys, man. We supposed to be boys, man.
I'm about to tell you a story. I've been watching GS forever. I can remember.
Now you calling me old? Now you calling me old? Now I'm old. Now I'm old.
I mean,
you can sit there. I've been watching GS's Madden '97. Come on, man. You make me. I'm single, man.
I was too. In Madden '97, I was a solid 2 years old, so that's not true. But no, me and my brother watched your opening night stream in Madden 15. We were on a basketball tournament. We couldn't play the game, but you had an opening night stream, and you opened up like thousands of pro packs, and you were pulling like a shit ton of elites. And I remember that was like revolutionary because no one streamed the first night. I remember you did that, and you had you had to have close to like 6,000-7,000 people. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's always opening weekend is always ridiculous. But back then, yeah, there wasn't no streamers really. There was no big stream. There was no partnered streamers then.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was. I thought that was awesome. I mean, we've been watching your shit for a while.
And you have grown exponentially. Did I use that word right, Mr. Smart Man? Using big words for no reason. Did I say that word right?
Something like that.
Okay. But you have your work. Your grind has been paying off, and there's nothing like seeing your hard work, pay off. And now you have an audience. You have a successful channel, which is continuing to grow. And so definitely proud of all that success you're having. And Madden seems to be at a this Madden 17. This was the Madden. You'll never forget Madden 17 because this is where you blew up. This is the game that you could potentially be life changing if you continue going on the path you're going. This will be life changing for you, and it's all due to Madden 17. But
that's
you don't really like Madden 17 that much, though, do you? Be honest with us, Mike. Don't lie to us.
Well, no, here I'll be straight up with you, okay? So I love the opportunities that Madden as a franchise, and especially Madden 17 has given me. Like I can never go back from that. Like I started out this year with barely 10,000 subs, and most of them weren't active. And you know, I have close to 60K now. So that's Madden. Like, I like to say, yeah, that's a little bit of me and whatever, but like Madden really helped me out with that, and I am eternally grateful for that. Like, that's unreal. That's so awesome. Now, do I like playing the game still, like 9 months in? There's other games I would rather play. I think there's some stuff that's messed up with it. I think the MUT content's not very good. The gameplay's not great, but I mean, there's always weird stuff with Madden gameplay. But I feel like we're like, at this point, we realize like this is a subpar Madden, and we've just like had a little bit of taste of Madden 18, and now we just don't want to have anything to do with 17. We just want to get right on to 18.
As most games that come out yearly, they get to a point where the new one is getting close.
Yeah.
So you get that itch. It's kind of like, you don't really want to play this game anymore. And I seen you put out a video where you feel, this just shows the type of character that you are, because I am the exact same way, where you see me go without posting long periods of time. I could go randomly just a month and a half without posting a video. And it's not that I can't. It's just that I know if I did, I'll be forcing myself, and I know that content isn't going to be what I expect for myself to put out. So
exactly.
You will go on ahead. You would rather not put out a video, not make as much as you could, than force yourself to play the game, lose out on money because you don't want to put out content that seems watered down because you're forcing yourself to play it.
100%. And I also look at it like in terms of the long term, because it's like, if you think of it like that you're a TV show, like how many awesome TV shows have you watched before that have gone on like 1 or 2 seasons just a little bit too long, and then you have like a bad taste in your mouth at the end of that show because you're like, I really didn't like those last 2 seasons. That's kind of how I feel like with the end of Madden. Like, I don't want to just keep pumping out this same squad builder draft champions video, because then people are gonna hop right into Madden 18 and be like, shit, like I don't want to watch this. So you gotta be careful about how much you pump out if it's a game that is not captivating as much as I think it should be, like Madden 17. And again, we're at the end of the year, so this is it's not new, but it's just disappointing.
Speaking of Madden 17, what did you like about the game so far?
That is perfect. I actually have a list. There's some things that I actually really like. I genuinely liked about it. This is what I honestly liked. I don't know if everyone else really liked this. I didn't like nano blitzes. I was not a fan. I'm okay with the edge pressure. I'm okay with the corner blitzes. I'm okay with most every type of blitz. But when I had like people mic scraping my ass and like coming up right up the A gap, like literally like glitching in between 2 players, that's something I really didn't like. I feel like that was just like so unbelievably unrealistic. And I was really happy they took that out. I thought this was, I feel like this is like saying, oh, I like this, but this really doesn't matter. I thought their designs this year were fantastic. Like their card art, like the way MUT looked. I thought the graphics were fantastic. I feel like it's something we take for granted. That's just like, that should be good every year. But I feel like this year, Madden 17, they did like a fantastic job. And just like, I'm literally looking at your stream right now. I'm looking at these like 4 cards. Those are fantastic card art. Like I think that the way they put the chemistries in there, the backgrounds, like everything. I think that's really, really good. I think everyone seems to care. Like listening to your interview with Rex, I think Rex like truly seems to care about making this game a good game and cares about us, like the people that play the game. Honestly, that's mostly it. I mean, I think the gameplay was okay.
You got a list, and there's just 2 things that you liked about Madden. That's not a good look on Madden 17. If that's a very short list.
Like, I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate on the game, but it's like, the thing is you can't, like, we had Madden 16 and Madden 15 and Madden 25, and in the days where it's like you could actually run the ball, you could actually cut up field, or if you had a fantastic wide receiver like a Randy Moss, like back in Madden 25, and you threw it up, like, and he was going against a bronze corner, like he was going to catch it. There wasn't going to be a tipped interception where it literally goes 500 feet in the air, and then just out of nowhere, some random dude appears and intercept. Like, that's like the type of like quote unquote sim gameplay that I feel like they tried to introduce. That's just like, it's so hard to do sim in a video game. And my point is we've had Maddens that are just like fantastic, that are just really, really fun to play continuously for like 7-8 months, and then it gets old because you want the new one. But I feel like this Madden, like me personally, I got like last year I probably played 1,000 online games in MUT. I swear to God. I bet if I looked in my MUT right now, I would be surprised if I played 200 because I don't know, like it didn't captivate me as much.
There was a lot of people saying, I think it was not too long, maybe 2-3 months after, there was a whole big MUT is dead epidemic. And do you feel like you don't like playing it because it gets too, the word I'm looking for, like, it just too repetitive? Like, a lot of people, when I play online, I'm facing the same defensive plays, the same shotgun bunch, the same nickel blitz, the same, just everything. Everything is, like, always the same. Do you think that's a big issue where you just get tired of facing the same thing over and over?
Honestly, like, if I'm being real, I honestly don't have a problem with that. Like, people running, like, the popular offenses, like, I remember back in the day, I was literally going to make a video, I think, in, like, Madden 20 or Madden 15 called, like, America's Offense, where, GS, you remember you might have even made a video on this. It was, like, pistol trips, like, pistol bunch. You had your strong power, your counter, your little, like, swing pass to the running back, your vertical. And it was, like, everyone ran that. Everybody. And I had no problem with going up against that. I just think, like, now that team play and MUT Squads is going to be introduced in the Madden 18, I think that's fantastic. I think just the ability to play with other people is just going to make it a lot more interesting. And even if you're running the same plays, at least you're able to do it with other people, trash talk, whatever. I thought that was a little boring. And I also was just, I might be in the minority in this one. I hate how they take so long to put out good cards. It's like, yeah, the game is supposed to be out for a year, but who the hell cares about a golden ticket 2 months till the game is over? Like, how can we have like a mid-season golden ticket or something like that?
Very stagnant. That is something that I had said previously, is that once football is no longer in season, like it's no longer on TV, just the interest in overall football, it just goes down. It goes down a lot because it's just not there anymore. And then we start getting the cards that are supposed to keep us going and want us to play and stuff like that. But it's like, imagine receiving, in week 4, like just some crazy Randy Moss card. Then is just it's completely different. And I exactly understand what you're saying. I'm not a fan of that either, but as a business move.
I can't remember what Madden it was. It might have been Madden 25 or Madden 15. But do you remember how there was like a mid-season awards cards?
I do.
And they
yes,
came
they were
out
all numbered.
Yes,
DeMarco Murray was one.
Yeah, they were. Jones was fantastic. One of them. Yeah, they were awesome. They were awesome, and that was early in the year. That was before Christmas, I remember. And those were cards that were like really, really damn good. And I remember I really wanted to get one. I really wanted to play with them, and I feel like we did not have any of those cards this year.
What's your list looking like for the things you don't like? Is that a long list?
It's a long list, but I feel like a lot of it is just like your common stuff. Like, I really don't like the pack odds this year. Like, I proved a point the other night on stream. It's not as much money as other people spent, but I spent $300 and I made about $25 back. Like, I equated it to how much I could sell all of my stuff for, and I looked at, and I know this is, we're not supposed to talk about this, but I went on a coin site and said, okay, how much is this valued at? And it was literally valued at $25. And that's disgusting. Like, I can do that because I'm able to, I have the means to do that or whatever. But, like, imagine if, some little guy, saves up his money from his birthday or Christmas and's got like $100 and he decides to buy, a crazy bundle.
And they are not making revenue back from it like we are. We get small portion of that back. Exactly.
And whether it's subscribers or money or whatever it is, like it's a form of something. Like if a little guy decides to pull a bundle and doesn't get, literally anything, and he spends $100, like $100 is a lot of money to me, and I could just imagine it to someone who doesn't really have a job. Like $100 is a lot of money for these guys to be putting out bundles every single week, sometimes like 2-3 times a week.
No, like, it's always 3 at the minimum.
Yeah, and I'm minimum. Like, I feel for the people, because I was one of those people at one point that would would save up just to get like a crazy bundle, and then you pull nothing, and you're like, damn, I actually did just waste $100. Like I literally
it feels like it's kind of like you're just like on a diet, and then you're like, you're not supposed to eat nothing bad, and then you do, and it's good while you're doing it, and then afterwards you're like, why did I do that? It's kind of how these bundles are, man. It's like, should I do it? It's like, okay, let me go on ahead and do it. Let me do. I need coins. I want to get these new cards. I want to play with these new cards. People want to see these new cards, and then you don't get them, and then you're like, I knew it. Why did I even do it to
I
myself?
shouldn't have done that. Exactly. Yeah. No, I have a big gripe with that. I understand, like, as much as they put in the terms of service that's not gambling so that they don't get hit with any laws from the government, which is whatever, it's good business, I guess, is gambling. Like, straight up. It's like, there's no doubt about it. There's no guarantee in anything. You're literally spending money to gamble on packs, to gamble on cards.
Of winning something.
Exactly. So I understand that it's like you're not guaranteed anything, but like know your clientele that plays the game. And I mean, you were like, if this was just like a knockoff company, like didn't have the name EA Sports, people would be suing this company. I'd have no doubt in my mind that they would be doing that.
But they talk a lot of things like they will hear you. Like I had T-Raw on a few episodes ago, and they say that increasing the odds does not help anybody out. It doesn't help anybody out. Because
I would love to know how it doesn't though. Because that's the thing.
Their point of view is if the cards become less valuable, and if they become less valuable and they're more accessible, then it just makes it like. But
see, like I see that, but it's like, okay, GS, do we want coins or do we want cards? Like, think about it. You want coins so that you can get cards. So if it's more accessible and you're able to have more cards, then who the hell cares?
I mean, I see both point of views. I see why, if there's not too many out them, I see why a Rainy Moss goes for $5 million, and if there's way too many of them, that same Rainy Moss will go for $800K. I get it. If you own it, you want it to be expensive and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, better odds just helps everybody out. It helps the people that don't spend money because the cards are cheaper, so they're more affordable to them. And for us, even though they're not as expensive, like you said, less coins would be needed because the cards would be less expensive.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like I want there to be 1,000 Ultimate Ticket Randy Mosses like being pulled. Like, no, I even one like concept that I thought of is, okay, like, what if we filtered out the elites? Like, there'd be like 4 different quarters of the Madden season. So like the first quarter, you'd have your set of like 10 or 15 elites, and then after that first quarter is done, they are taken out of packs, and you have a brand new set of elites in that second quarter. And then same thing with the third quarter and then the fourth quarter. So you never feel like, shit, I just pulled another 86 Terrell Suggs. Let me go put him up on the auction block for 1,000 coins.
And you could not have pulled him when he was going back for 33K.
Wasn't happening. Exactly.
Wasn't happening. I had mentioned that. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm pulling Base Von Millers, Antonio Browns, J.J. Watts, and these cards that were going for 400K when the game came out. Now I'm pulling them. Now all of a sudden you want to go ahead and increase the database on all these cards. But again, that's their thing, is that I had talked to a game changer who will remain nameless, and he has said that his their goal for this year was to give the game room to grow. That's why we had really, really, really slow releases with overalls. That's why like LaShawn McCoy came out Team of the Week, I think like week 3 or whatever, and he was still one of the best running backs all the way to like, he had like 90 speed, and we didn't get nobody with 93 speed until like damn near the playoffs. It's crazy. And it's supposed to give the game the room to grow. That's why there's plus ones everywhere.
Yeah, I saw that from a mile away. When I saw David Johnson get his like 89 and then his 93, and it was like a +1 speed, I was like, okay, here we go. Like I knew they were gonna try to like make the game a lot longer, and I like, that's cool, that's neat, but I don't want the best cards to be coming out 2 or 3 months before the game's over. That just seems so pointless to me. Or at least then just like make the ratings better earlier, so we have fun earlier in the game. Because like the people play the game the majority of the time. Like August is like, yeah, but I think most people play the game from like October to like February. If we could just have like just a plethora of like awesome, high overall, crazy speed, whatever cards that came out, they don't have to be really like a ton of people get them. Maybe they're hard to get or whatever. Or maybe they're different reward cards. But if we could just have something like that, I think it would make Madden Ultimate Team a lot better, and we would still be able to make the game, you know, long. People would still be able to play it.
Most people, when they talk about MUT, a lot of people will go back and say, like, Madden 25 was like one of the glory days. Back where you can get a 30 bundle that came with a guaranteed elite. Day of release, there was a 98 Adrian Peterson out. So there was, exactly how you're saying now, there was higher overalls at the very beginning of the game.
Yes.
You got guaranteed elites with Pro Pack bundles, and they, you know, took that away. And this year, with esports coming out, they definitely do not want to have a tournament and allow Problem to have this 99 Cam Newton or have Serious Mo with these Night Train Lanes and Dion's, and all the good cards came after. Because
that I feel like that's something I have an issue with. Cause
yeah, I feel like they're hiding the game. It's like they don't want to put it out nationally, right, in front of their audience. They don't want juice players running around going crazy, so they won't show it on NFL Network and all this stuff when the tournament's being televised. But then when it's over, okay, here are all the crazy cards you guys can run loose. We just didn't want nobody else to see it.
Yeah, and what I really don't like about that is there is definitely a side of Madden where people play competitively. I'm not talking like, oh, I want to go online and win. It's like, oh, I want to go online. I'm going to run the best blitzes. I'm going to make every adjustment possible. I know how to do that. I have a scheme in 3 formations, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to play salary cap. I'm going to play rank draft champs. I'm going to qualify for like, I understand that there's that like certain community, but that has to be like 0.5% of the people that play Madden.
Yeah, I would probably say less than 2.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like the Madden developers / content creators for Ultimate Team, not like YouTubers, but like the Jake Stein or whatever, I feel like they are catering so much towards that community. And like, I love that. That's great. Good for them. That's great opportunities for them. But you are literally like destroying just the fun of the game. Like, you play Ultimate Team, right? To have ultimate players. I want to have a card that has ridiculous speed. If I wanted to play with a card that has like good speed or whatever, I'd go play with the Kansas City Chiefs in an online ranked and play with what's his name, the super fast Tyreek Hill. I play a Tyreek Hill on there, okay? But if I want to have a crazy card, I'm gonna go play Ultimate Team, the game mode where I spend a ton of money or I spend a ton of hours grinding on solos. Like, that's where you go for the craziness.
Yeah, Rex mentioned during our interview, he had said one of the things that, because he said when 17 came out, he was a little iffy about, he wasn't really pumped up as he really wanted to, because he had said they spent a lot of time catering to the sim community, and then all of a sudden it's esports, competitive, and then he's like, we try to make, all this sim, and now all of a sudden you're pushing us to the competitive, and that's where a lot of things had, gone wrong, and it's the competitive scene, man. They can't be trusted in these streets with those crazy cars, Mike. They're not trying to see it happen.
Why not though?
Nickel Blitz with 99 speed, Dion.
Let's be real here. How much fun was it to watch Skimbo dot people up down the field with that verticals play with Randy Moss? How much fun was that? That offense was like just chuck it up and pray.
I'd shut it down. You can tell him I said I'd shut Skimbo down. He don't want these problems. He been ducking me.
I personally had a lot of fun watching that, and I have a lot of fun watching Problem. Volt, on the other hand, not so much. I feel like that was just, it's whatever. But
don't be hating on Grandpa Volt. Don't you be hating on Grandpa Volt.
I just don't like Swerving. That's it. He's probably a very nice person, but I just don't like Swerving. I just wish, how sick would it be if you gave Problem like the ability to run like a golden ticket Vic, and you had him out there scrambling? Like, remember when the PA end-around was a thing, and you had him running out there with Vic scrambling or throwing to that post route or the corner route? Like, he was just dotting people up down the field. That was way more fun than watching him with like a 94 Aaron Rodgers with 80 speed. Like, this is a video game. At the end of the day, all right. I understand that there's realism here, and I get that, but we want it to still be fun and entertaining.
To the casual person, right, who's just checks out a Madden tournament because it's on Twitch or whatever, they don't want the person to just look and see juice cards running all. I mean, I'm with you. Listen, on release day, I mean, we knew the type of year it was gonna be when Master Gronk was 95 overall. Like right away, we knew. Like, hold up, what is this?
Yeah,
that just let us know the type of things is coming. But I mean, that was their standpoint. But moving forward, 17 is almost out of the way. A lot of news about Madden 18.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the news today about the mic?
Oh, yes.
How do you feel about that? For those of you who don't know, there is a new blocking mechanism in the game. Where what's the ID call mic ID? I'm not sure
it's like ID mic.
Yeah. It's not, well, whatever the term is, it's basically gonna be kind of like where I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's gonna be where you can spotlight a defender, and this is supposed to be kind of like if somebody's running nickel blitz and you know they're coming off the left side, then you can pretty much spotlight him, and the offensive line will adjust to pick up the blitzer. I think that's a very big step in the right direction.
I think that's fantastic. I'm going to quote my man LeBron James, it's about damn time. It's about to, like, that feature is like one of those things where it's not like a sexy feature or whatever, but it's one of those things that's just going to really help out Madden gameplay just immensely.
And I was mentioning it in another stream earlier, and there was like, well, what if somebody runs dual edge? I'm assuming then hopefully you can like slide protect to the right, spotlight the guy on the left, and it should be okay. It's what I'm hoping. But who knows? We got 3 different game modes, man. We got arcade mode, simulation mode, and competitive mode.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm very interested to see how that looks.
I don't know what is that all about. What is competitive gonna be from simulation to like arcade? Now people are gonna be asking for wagers. Like, yeah, you okay? See me in simulation though. Like what?
Yeah, I really want to know. I really would love to talk to Rex and ask him, what is your definition of competitive? Because my definition of competitive is like the people who are like playing tournaments, the people who play in the EA tournaments, the people who are like top 100 on the leaderboard. Like, that's competitive. Like, you're actually like really good. You know what you're doing and whatnot. I feel like what they think competitive is just you're just going out there and trying to win a game, which is what I hope they mean. I hope they mean that. But if they're saying that like the main game mode is going to be competitive, that caters to people that are running in these tournaments, that's like a very small majority.
What would you prefer if you had to choose one or the other? Would you prefer better content, MUT related, or better gameplay?
Better content, 100%. Because gameplay is always going to be weird. There's always going to be something that you don't like. You can attest to this, yes. Every Madden, there's been something that's just been exploited. Every single Madden. And then in every Madden, there's always ways that you can prevent it. It's just, I would much rather have them put out really, really good, consistent content. That includes pack odds. That's a big thing. And just like make the game more fun, because it's like, I understand that like when I see a card that's like 95 overall and another one that's like 90 overall, I get more excited when I pull a 95. Some 95s aren't as good as 90 overalls, but I get more excited. Like, I want better content because I feel like gameplay is going to be just iffy either way.
But I mean, if they can get good gameplay, but it'll give you less content, you would still prefer the content over the gameplay.
I feel like, okay, so if I'm speaking for myself, I would much rather have better content, but I also understand that Madden is not just Madden Ultimate Team, that it's like an entire thing. There's draft champions, there's like online rank, there's franchise.
Oh no, it's MUT DC salad. Like I've seen pro players that just did nothing but regs, right? Like it's like Yo Mama, old school tournament player back from Madden 8, 9, 10, he was streaming sometime last week, and somebody asked him for a wager in head-to-head, and he laughed at him and said, never. Never. and I asked him about it. I was like, why is that? He was like, you kidding me? You know how much fun this is? Once they get into it, Rec Team is just, it's a dying breed. It's a dying breed.
I agree with you. So I would say, if I'm speaking for like everybody, I would say I want better gameplay, because I feel like then like everyone would be happy, as opposed to just like the people who mostly play MUT. I understand MUT makes up a majority, but I would say gameplay just so that everyone's happy. But I just like, content is big for me, especially like the legends that we get. Why didn't we get Barry Sanders? Where's Steve Young? Where's Joe Montana? Where's Peyton Manning? Come on. I want better legends too.
And they make, I think, somewhere along the lines of, I'm sure we'll find out the figures for this year at some point later on down the road. But I think last year, I think, I don't know, I think it was combined, FIFA and MUT was getting close, I think, to like $1 billion in like microtransactions.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I looked it up. It's a $1 billion industry.
Oh
100%.
My God, the amount of
and what's
money.
What's incredible about it is it's a digital industry. So they're literally making you pay for Madden points. And do you know how much it costs to make a Madden? It doesn't cost anything. It's digital currency that they claim to not be currency, so that it's not, hit under federal investigation. But yeah, it's a crazy industry. So I don't understand how we can't pay people to be in the damn game. Like Jerome Bettis at Madden 25, like the Xbox 360 version, that bitch would run everybody. I want him. I want Jerome Bettis in the game.
A lot of things I would love to see is 2K, and not to even bring them up, because 2K Madden is everything. But when I look at that game, and I look, and they have legends, right? They have their Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, their Shaquille O'Neals, the Allen Iversons.
Yeah.
But then they have a lot of players that are not legends. You have your Tony Kukocs, you have your Ruben Pattersons, just players that weren't actual legends. I would love to have people in this game that are just throwbacks but not legends, like a Jeff Garcia, Marion Barber, just players of that caliber that didn't have some of the craziest seasons ever. But just imagine having games where you can just, I don't know if they can do, apparently 2K, when they do their things, they don't do individual players. They like buy out the entire team or something like that. I'm not sure how it goes, but
the thing is, money's not an issue. Like, let's be real here. Money is not the issue. This is one of the fastest growing industries in the video game. Now, like, people are, in 10 years, you like, the concept of playing a game for like 3-4 years is going to be gone. It's going to be, I play every year, and there's in-app purchases 24/7, and you spend thousands on the game. Like, that's just going to be how it is. They make so much money, like an unreal amount. There's no way that they can't spend just a little bit to get some of the legends. I mean, it's Madden Ultimate Team. Like, how are you not going to have one of the best running backs of all time, Barry Sanders, not in the game? How are you not going to have Joe Montana, one of the best quarterbacks of all time? Peyton Manning was in the NFL, like, literally, what, last year, 2 years, 2 years ago, I think, yeah. How is he not in the game?
Oh, it might have been 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I know what you mean. I won't say names, but there was somebody who got flown out to EA a few years ago, and when they went there, everything was put on their tab, right? I'm talking about hotel, flights, when they were there, drinks, food, and they went there, and it was like, yo, dude, it's crazy. Like they paid for everything. We just told them, put it on a tab, and they paid for everything. So I asked them, how do you guys pay for all this? You got me and like 8 other people. We're eating steaks and baked potatoes. Like, we're eating $100 dinners. And there's 12 of us. And we're doing it 3-4 times a day. And one of them, and this is a direct quote, which kind of, I was like, that's such a dirtbag move to say. And he has said, don't worry, we'll put a legend bundle out. We'll put a legend bundle out this weekend.
Oh my God.
That's the dirtbag thing to say, right? I don't think I've ever mentioned that. This was a few years ago. And they told them, don't worry about it. We'll put a legend bundle out this weekend.
That's just, I wish I wouldn't have heard that, because I do have a lot of respect. Like, as much as I like give EA a lot of shit, I have a lot of respect to them, like the people that run that business and that industry, because I mean, like look at the business. It's unreal how much money they make. But that's tough. That's tough because there are young kids that play the game and you like that's literally just exploiting them. Like that's not right.
Yeah, I don't know who said it. I know who it was said to, but I don't know who said it. But yeah, that right there just made it just seem like you know what? Don't worry. Like we'll put out a card and they're just gonna we'll get so much money and stuff like that. And the amount of money they do make is disgusting. So when
it's disgusting.
And I did get from somebody else who, you know, not trying to get anybody in trouble here though. There was a whole TO debacle, and this is when they tweeted my boy Terrell Bartholomew Owens, and they had said we'll give you a copy of, you know, Madden NFL 7. He had tweeted, man, I really miss playing football, and they had said, don't worry, we'll send you a copy, just don't drop it. And like the community went crazy, right? I was one of them. I was like, and not just because I'm a 49ers fan.
That's disrespectful.
To somebody of his caliber, I wouldn't want to see that tweet to Jim Brown. I wouldn't want to see it to Barry Sanders, Dion. I wouldn't want to see it to anybody who was a up and down legend of the game. And then he was like, T.O. was saying, and they want me in their game. You know, this is how they treat me. They think they're funny tweeting stuff out, but they offer me, I think he said the amount was like $2,000 or $3,500, whatever it is, like a really low amount for them to get for them to buy out his rights. And somebody had DM'd me, and they had said that I'm not sure if that was what he was offered, but there is a maximum that they can offer due to the NFLPA. Like, they just can't go to TO and say, we'll give you $35,000, let us use your rights for 2 years, whatever. He's like, there's a maximum. We can only offer so much. There's nothing we can do about it. They just have to want to accept it or deny it. And, of course, whenever you go into negotiations, obviously, as we all know, if you know anything about business, whenever you're starting some type of negotiations, you're never going to want to start with the most you're willing to give them. Right? If the max to sign a player is $5,000, you're going to start with, you know, let us use your name, $2,500. You're going to see what it is you can get away with. But I was told there's a maximum they're allowed to give. So they can't just go out and get, you know, a lot of people who it is they want and stuff like that.
See, that's the corporate guys. That's the corporate guys telling the people who are doing the work, you can only offer this much. And that's what's upsetting for me, was I feel like a lot of stuff at EA. You got people like Muckuru and Rex and a lot of the people that we talk to on Twitter.
Those are our people. Those are the community's people.
Exactly. Those people are getting a lot of the shit, and it's like, normally they're just the relay guy, and so it's not their fault like 99% of the time, but they're the guy you can talk to, so you want to talk to them. But I'm not surprised by that, GS, but it's disappointing,
especially with like the options have seemed, you know, limited to a point. It's like you want us to get excited about content, so then you drop, you know, like you get like fullbacks and so like that stuff is cool, but like you said, where's the Joe Montanas, the Peyton Mannings, the absolute superstars of the game that is gonna want us to, you know, really want to play? And I don't know, man. Every year they seem to I guess they just try to change. I'm sure they do multiple years, right? I'm sure they go on ahead and hit Ray Lewis with, you know, maybe 3 Maddens they get to choose, so they'll skip 2 years so they can prolong it and do the same with like Terrell Davis and, you know, things like that to try and get it going and stuff like that. But this year, a lot of people had said like the content was just terrible.
It was not good.
Yeah, a lot of people bring up like the Easter promos, the Thanksgiving promos. Like I remember cornucopia packs were like, when I first started getting into Madden, was amazing.
Yeah, those were awesome. The Barry Sanders and the who's the other guy? I can't remember. Ahmad Green might have been one of them. But yeah, those were awesome. I remember me and my brother were on the same account, and we combined our coins to open it up, and we pulled a Barry Sanders, and that was it. We were hyped because we saw you doing them. I think Toke might have been doing them at the time. I can't remember, but we just wanted to pull. We wanted to pull a Barry Sanders. There's nothing like that this year. There hasn't been one thing like that this year.
Let me ask you a random question. What do you feel about YouTubers and juice pack odds?
Like, do I think it happens?
Do you think it exists? Let me just say something now. If it happens to me, honest to God, on my son's life, if I'm lying, may they take my son away from me. If it's happening for me, I have no idea, right? They're not gonna come up to me and say, you know what, listen, we want you.
So I'll give you my honest opinion. Like, I think EA is a very smart company, and if they were ever doing something like that, there's no way, God's great creation, that they would ever tell the people what they're doing. They would never go up to Token and be like, hey, just so you know, we're going to increase your pack outs tonight, okay? Like, they would never tell him. So there's plausible deniability. Do I think it happens? I'm not going to say that it doesn't because I'm not sure. It's never happened to me. I don't think it ever will happen to me. But
I feel you. I feel you.
I think that us like as a community would be naive to think that it doesn't, because it's easy advertising. You help a YouTuber pull a 99 overall, right? They upload a video, gets 100,000 views. That's 100,000 free views for a virtual card. What?
And they're gonna think that they can pull it.
Exactly.
I remember Wiza telling me this, just random. Wiza is a man of little words. But he's so knowledgeable and so smart. He is somebody that was by far the most passionate person I've ever come into across my. This is back in Madden 12. This is when head-to-head ruled everything. You uploaded MUT on YouTube, nobody wanted to see it. It was nothing. Everything was head-to-head. It dominated the scene. And I remember just having conversations with them. And they're like, yo, why are you into that MUT? Like, why don't you upload regs? Like, nobody watches that stuff. And he's just like, I love it. I enjoy playing it. It's so much fun. I just want to get the word out. I really want people to enjoy what this is. Like, so many people don't understand what it is, and it's unbelievable. And he's just gotten to a point where he just seen it as a cash grab and kind of slowly got out of it. But I remember one time he had mentioned, I think I had pulled a few cards, and he had said, you know, when you pulled that card, was you streaming? And I said, yeah. What about the last limited card you pulled? Were you streaming? I was. He's like, you don't think that's a coincidence? Listen, I don't know. I tell him all the time, if you want to advertise with me, because I spend so much and get like nothing so often. But it's kind of, I don't know. I will say this. And this has been, shoot, I don't even know if I should say this.
Do it for the culture, GS. Say it.
I don't
you get it out just for your live viewers.
I don't know if I should. Okay. I won't mention any names. I'll do that. The person that I was talking about, what were nameless, but this person isn't affiliated with EA, and I don't think I've ever told this before. I was a part of a group with I'm Stevie J and a few other people to, like, I would promote their ebooks and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm Stevie J is amazing. That's my brother's right there. And one of the owners of it apparently had some stuff to do with 2K, like in the back of 2K. I had no idea. And there was this big debate. I remember I was going off talking to Wiza, and I was talking about just like I felt like I was just being blackballed because I promoted coins a few years ago and I was banned within a few weeks. And then I remember, just saying like, Toke was promoting coins, and he ended up stopping. He's getting flown out to EA, well deserved. No shade whatsoever. He deserves everything. He's amazing at what he does. Amazing. Yep. He deserves everything. He should be flown out every other weekend. He deserves it. But I was like, I can't even get unblocked on Twitter. Like, I'm blocked on Twitter still. I can't even see I have to ask my audience who the legends are when they announce them because I can't see. And like, I'm being blackballed. This was, I think, some point last year. And then Mutt Guru was in the stream, and I ended up getting unbanned. Conweezy was, I think that was for a little bit last year, too, a part of the group. And, but anyways, after that rant, I ended up getting unblocked and followed. And then everything, our relationship started going from there. And one of the owners of, I want to get the direct quote. See, Mike, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble here. I want to get to the direct quote here. But I had no idea that this person worked with 2K, right? And this EA person, who will remain nameless, was complaining to them, not complaining, but just letting them know, like, yo, I'm not getting anything in 2K. And he had texted me a screenshot of their conversation, which I still have. And the person had told him, he was like, yo, juicing packs, it 100% exists. He's like, you know, here's a screenshot. You know, I have so much stuff to say about this person, and but I won't, I won't say anything. But oh, here it is. Here's this conversation right here. Let me find it.
Damn, Detective GS right here. I'm ready.
Let me see. Okay, here we go. He said juicing is real, and I was like, I believe so. It's, is it a coincidence that when all these people pull, like you had seen Toke pulling so many golden tickets like in a row, and you can tell by his reactions, like I can tell that's an authentic reaction. You can tell, like, if they're doing something for him, he has no idea. I mean, you can just tell that stuff is 100% authentic. And I know he spends a lot of money, but for stuff like that, it's like then he was one of the main debates. A lot of people are like, oh, Toke is juice, yada yada yada, and I was just like, well, if it is, he obviously has no idea. You can tell by the reactions. I feel like I would be able to tell if it was forced or not. But he said juicing is real, and I was like, I believe so. He's like, I have text and photo proof of somebody who were named asking us to help him get his packs juiced for 2K, and he said we did. And he said in 5 minutes he pulls a rare Kobe, and then he shows me the screenshot of them two texting, and he had said that the correct word is, it's not juicing, but they see, I have the juice on the back end. Being a sports manager has its perks. Prioritize your account is what it's called. He says they can prioritize your account. And he said that they did it for this person in EA. So he knows for sure if they can do it in 2K, it can be done in Madden.
Oh, it can be done. The real question is it done? And I think yes, but it's like two people probably knows about it. Like, they're not going to risk anybody finding out about it, because if anything ever comes out, because that is actually illegal, like, that's
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
They don't want, if the feds ever like, hey, do you know anything about that? You want them to be able to say, genuinely, no, I don't.
Yeah, so and I was like, what? You work in 2K? He was like, yeah. Like, he let us know, and I told him, your account is good to go. Prioritize. And he said 5 minutes later, he pulls a rare Kobe. It's just going to go ahead and increase your odds of pulling stuff. And like, you said like yours, like, it's not for you. Like me, I spend so much and get like nothing. And it's just because my audience is just not, as nowhere near as big as what the top guys are. And so I don't.
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. It's like I don't know how you could sit here and be saying like there's that pack odds being juiced is not a thing, because
they need to do it to us, right? We're not hating. Just give us a little bit of the Hugo, right, Mike? We'll take it. Take a little bit of as long as we don't know about it. I would never deceive my viewers like that, never. But if you don't know about it, just slide me the Hugo.
If I was getting juice packs, I would straight up say, all right, if I pull 2 limited time cards in one pack opening, I'm gonna just say straight up I got juice packs. I have no shame in saying that. Like, that's never happened to me. I've had multiple times where I've been on stream, literally on stream, and pull like a limited time. I pulled like a limited time Big Ben early in the year that went for like 500K. It was like the first ever conductor, I think. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But on stream, got that. That was when I was still like in really, really, really good company with EA. I wasn't doing stuff I'm doing now. But yeah, like, I also don't understand how they can put out packs. Like, this seems so shady to me. Like, this seems so unbelievably shady. I don't understand how they can put out packs that say boosted odds when they don't even tell us what the damn odds are already.
Well, I mean, technically, if you go on, like they say, like you know, the pro packs are you know, boosted, and if they just, I mean, technically, if they went ahead and put a pro pack with boosted on it, and you get 2 golds instead of 1, technically that's like boosting because you're increasing your chances, stuff like that. But yeah, you're right. They don't say what they are, and people have spent. I've spent a lot on these boosted. I pulled one. I pulled one ultimate ticket. My first time ever was Clinton Dix, but I've spent 600 on, you know, 3 hours, just 200 on each account, buying boosted packs, and it's like you get like a base elite, and you wonder like how are these supposed to be boosted, and then they say they boosted them. And then there's only like 4 of them seen all day.
Yeah, the boosted packs was bullshit. I'm sorry. It's not true. There's no way. Maybe they boosted the amount of cards that you pull in a pro pack, but they did not boost the ratings that you pull. There's absolutely no way. You can look at the PlayStation auction house or the Xbox auction house and like literally like scroll to Team of the Week cards that are literally like 5 months old. See how many are on the auction block. And then let's scroll to Ultimate Tickets. See how many are on the auction block. Stuff that came out 2 weeks ago. It's like, there's just no way.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are just like I always bring up this point, because it was an amazing point where CMAD had said, I don't know if you know CMAD, but he had said one time that this mode became such like a financial gorilla. They had no idea what to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
And at some point, if Madden 15 out of nowhere, it goes crazy, and you make 400 million in microtransactions, you need to find out how to get to 450 or 500 million the next year. You can't go down from there. You just have to. And it just got so big out of nowhere, snap of a finger, and then it's like, how do you go on ahead and get bigger from there on out? And it just seems like they do a lot of things where it's like, get this card in packs now, and then you spend a lot of money. Like Raw Dog he was on a mission to pull Sean Taylor to prove a point.
Dude, I heard that in your stream.
God, it hurt
That's
me.
Unreal.
It hurt
That's
me, bro.
unreal.
I think it was total probably like close to
like it's got to be close to 1,000.
Yeah. He had
unreal.
I think he had said 6 ultimate bundles. I think he bought the bundle on 3 different accounts. And each bundle, you needed like $200 to get, right? Because there's like 700 points a pack. It's $7 a pack.
Yeah.
He did all that and 500 pro packs.
Oh my god.
You figured there's what's the biggest one? 80, right? 80 packs.
Yeah, 80.
And that's
80.
how much is that?
$100, I think.
Is
maybe
it?
80.
Or like
$80
$75 probably. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
figure there's 80 into 500. That's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. That's 7, because you're gonna need the 7th one.
Damn, GS, you're just flying through that math.
That's
I did
7.
not follow.
Oh yeah, that's how we roll, baby. We estimate around here. That's 7. That's 7 80 bundles you would need to get. However much that is, times 7, on top of all the UL bundles and all that stuff. And he finally pulled. It took $1,000 for 1 card.
That should
$1,000 spent in one afternoon should get you 19 of them.
$1,000 can buy you a working car. Let's put that in perspective.
$1,000. I mean, rest in peace. But if it wasn't Sean Taylor, it could have been anybody. $1,000 could get you a plane ticket to get to their house for an autograph.
And back.
Yeah. And he got 1 card to spend $1,000. That's stuff like that is like.
That's why when I see, people at EA, and I understand they work for EA, they want to say certain things to support their company, which I completely respect and understand. I did the same thing when I worked for Apple. I would defend them even in situations where, I shouldn't. But when people say stuff like, when you go to Vegas, you don't ask for them to increase your odds. It's like, I get that, okay? But a lot of the times, like, if you just look at how much money people spend versus how much money they make back, it is unreal. And also, not to point this out, but in Madden, when you're spending money, they say you're not supposed to sell coins, right? So there's no monetary value for what you're making back. So you're literally not making back anything except for a virtual card, which by their definition has no monetary value, which is definitely not the same as how it is in Vegas, because you make your actual money back.
Now, have you at any point, I don't know if you do now or have before, have you ever jumped into the coin selling thing?
Yeah.
Dabbled in it, or is that something you're still currently doing, or something you stopped, or what's the situation with that?
I'm still doing it. It's a long story.
I mean, to me, it's just
it's one of those things where it's like GS, you know how it is. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh, I hear you. The money that's being offered is like, you know, but the crazy thing is I'm sure what happened to you when they approached you was you look around and you see damn near everybody's doing it, and you look like nothing's happening to them.
Well,
I'm tired of like if I go to my audience and they watch me, I'd much rather tell them to buy coins than buy packs. So like, not only are you helping your audience out, it's like you're helping yourself out.
This is like what happened. So like I had a lot of like YouTubers that I know that I've known for years, like on a personal level, that do coin sponsoring now, and that kind of like, I don't know, like not revolutionized it, but made it like acceptable to where it didn't seem like someone's just like selling out, because I just don't like that word, but to where it didn't seem like someone's doing that. And I remember thinking to myself, I was one that said I'm never gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, not because I didn't think it was right, or I didn't believe in coin selling, but just because I wanted to remain in good graces with EA, because I figured, you know, like I try to support this game, they try to support me. It should be like a mutual friendship. And there's just so many things that happen, so many empty promises, so many different things that I've literally spent hours and hours of like professional work time trying to help them out in certain situations. And it's like, oh yeah, let me take a look at that, and then nothing. But that's besides the fact. And so it makes me want to like think, okay, they're literally not going to help me out. They're not going to help me out. And like I got bills paid. Shit, like GS, you know what I mean? Like
and then they're offering you money for it. And
yeah, and you're like, well,
they're not doing anything for me. Let's be real, they're not doing anything for me.
That's exactly my mindset. And then they banned me. They literally.
You called the ban hammer.
Dog, no one else got banned. I checked with everybody. People that have way more subs than me.
Right? Don't you feel like they're being? Oh my, that's how I felt, man. It's like, why am I being picked on?
I have the weirdest gamer tag ever that I never put out, and somehow they get me. I swear, somebody got pissed at me, and they reported my gamer tag.
They dimed you out.
Oh, guarantee something like that happened.
Dude.
And so I stopped for a little bit. I stopped, and I tried to get this YouTuber tournament sponsored by EA going on. I talked to Rex, who was very nice, by the way. I talked to Mukuru, very nice. I sent them like pages and pages of event planning, financial work, like advertise, like stuff that people pay for. And you know, I understand they got a lot on their plate. I get that, but I never got a response back, and never. And I did that all because I was trying to help the community in this game improve, and they didn't say anything back. So at that point, I was like, you know what? You know, you guys do you. I'm going to do me. We'll see what happens next year, but I was just done.
Yeah, V5, what Cecil's telling you, back when my channel was amazing, and I know it went completely downhill due to my inconsistency, but, you know, we made it to where we are for a reason. You know, we can get back to where we need to be. But there's an email that I got from Mr. Muckcoin towards the beginning of the year, and he flat out offered me $10,000 a month. I still, you know, have the email, and I had said, and that's more than what I make on YouTube and Twitch combined. And I'm like, you know, I can't risk, you know, getting banned or anything like that. You know, it's just I put too much money into this for it to just be gone, taken away. But then, like, you know, Mike was saying, it's like you look around, you see everybody's doing it. It's like nothing's happening to anybody, and then you feel like you get singled out. One thing that broke my heart, and when I say broke my heart, I mean broke my heart. I've showed pictures of myself on Twitter and on Facebook and things like that, but I've never done I've done face cam video, but this is when I first started YouTube on my channel that like nobody knows about. I've done a few vlogs and stuff like that, but back when I started this channel, I had a concept of, I remember when Chris Moo first showed his face, It was it was a little video, a Need for Speed video of him and Tony Parker. Like, I'll never forget it. Everybody in the community went crazy. Like, people who didn't even play COD went nuts. And I was like, you know, I want to get to that point. Like, when it happens, I want it to be at a point where hopefully it's like a big thing. Like, oh my God, we finally seen like a video of his face. Like, I just had this crisp, smooth plan. And I was going to break it last year. Was it last year? I think it was. No. Might have been 2 years ago. I don't know. Patrick Willis's last year. So it was, what, 2 years ago? Because he didn't play last year. So it was 2 years ago. They had this Twitch tournament, Duracell tournament, that they did out in California. And they had wanted me to be a part of it. It was me, Problem, Ron Effect, Stiff, Lights Out. It was a handful of streamers that they wanted to go, and you were going to play viewers on stream, and we were all going to take shift. It was going to be like a 72-hour live stream or something like that. And they asked me, it was like, oh, on camera? And I was like, can't really do that, man. I got this thing. I kind of got like this little branding thing I put myself into, and I can't even do it. Patrick Willis was going to be there. Huge 49ers fan. The opportunity to meet this person was a dream come true, Mike. A dream come true. I said, the hell with it. Yes, I will be there. I don't care if I'm on camera. I don't care. It's going to be the first time I ever show my face. To meet Patrick Willis, to be in the vicinity of this man, I'm not turning this opportunity down. Now, mind you, at this point, I wasn't selling coins. I was banned earlier that year, but I wasn't promoting. I was maybe 4 months out the game. I was out the business, Mike. I was in, got out the business quick. They banned me, and then I was out. Didn't want anything to do with it, because the people who got me into coin selling lied. Like, oh, nothing's going to happen to you. They're going to come for me and my guys. You're good. People on FIFA do it all the time. They're not going to come for you guys, yada, yada, yada. And I ended up getting banned and all this other stuff, so I didn't want anything to do with it. I get an email. No. The flyer goes out of who's participating in this event, right? I see Ron Effect. I see Problem. I see everybody else. My name is not on there. So I emailed the rep. I'm like, hey, I'm just curious. Like, not that I care. You know what I mean? This isn't like, why isn't my name on there? Like, I could care less if my name is on there or not. But I'm just worried. It's kind of got me a little, kind of got me thinking a little bit like, my name isn't there. Is everything okay? And they're like, yeah, word got back to us. You promoted coins, and this is an EA event that they're throwing as well. They're participating in it. Even though it's through Duracell, they're participating in it, and they had you removed. Heartbroken, Mike. Heartbroken that they sat there and said I could not go because I promoted coins 4 or 5 months ago. And I was like, I wasn't actively doing it. I deleted each and every single video that had a sponsor. You can look at my YouTube channel, like I'm clean. There's not a single video of me promoting it. Nothing. And they pulled me from the event. Heartbreaking. Because I promoted coins months before.
You're one of the good ones. And it's
hard to say no. It's hard to say no when they're literally throwing money at you for trying to promote.
Yeah. Tough. And like, I don't know. Like I have different opinions on that. Like I 100% understand it from every perspective. And even if like I was to get banned, which I already have one time, and I don't doubt that I won't get banned again, I understand it. Like I'll be frustrated because it's just like that sucks. But like I'm not mad at them for doing that because like that's their terms of service. Like it's my choice to go around it, and it's like I get it. Like I understand they have a company to run and whatnot, but yeah, for that to happen, for you to literally say I'm done, I'm giving up 10 G's a month, 120 a year, for you as a company, delete all your videos, which still do make money after you upload, after the first day or whatever, they still make money, and they still say nah, EA said no, we don't want you. That's like a slap in the face to me.
That was then when I was blackballed. Now like I'm good, and I remember I try to talk to whoever I can. I try to get people to follow me, right? Because I was blacklisted. Yeah. I got banned. I was blackballed, and I tried to get myself out of the situation. Because I was like, I had the very first time I got banned, I had no idea it was against terms of service. I literally had no idea. I did not know. I'm listening to these guys. Everybody in the FIFA community does it, yada, yada, yada. Like, okay, I didn't know. And then this whole ban happens. And then they try to get me to jump in it again. And I end up jumping in it again This time I knew though, but end up getting banned. But I remember asking one of the game changers, Leo, try to get me in conversation with whoever you could, Rex, AJ, whoever I could, and I didn't have a relationship with any of these guys. And I remember he was like, listen, just type me something up, I'll get it to who it needs to go to. And I was like, you know what, listen, I feel like I got, just shafted. Did I do something I wasn't supposed to? I did. I understand it's my fault, but I'm just trying to be in good terms with you guys, because I was removed from an event that I was really, really, really looking forward to, and that I was handpicked from, somebody who has nothing to do with it. He was like a Duracell rep, but they asked for the top streamers of Madden, and they included me, and then I got removed, and I was like, there's another opportunity like this. I don't want to be removed because I stopped. I'm not doing it anymore. And then I tried it, and I couldn't get to nobody. Like, I couldn't talk to anybody. And then I end up just doing it again. Like, forget it. They're not hearing from me. And then it ended up happening again. And then at that point, it was just, I just gave it up for good. But yeah, it's tough not to jump in it when you see everybody doing. When I see there's a lot of people that surprise me. Like, I don't want to name names, but I'll just look on YouTube like, wow, him too? This guy? I was like, everybody's doing it. There's only like 4 of us that's not.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. That's what made me.
But it has a lot to do with the pack odds, though, right?
It has a shit ton. See, I also like, I don't know. Maybe my coin sponsor might get mad at me for saying this. I've never bought coins before. Like, and that's not like me bullshitting. Like, oh, I don't buy coins, so I don't get banned. I genuinely like opening packs more than buying coins because I like pulling the cards. But this year, the odds are so genuinely bad. Like, when people ask me, Mike, should I save up my money to buy this bundle? I try to very inconspicuously say, there's other ways that you can get the card. Because I don't want them to literally waste their money. In other Maddens, I probably would have said, yeah, cop that bundle. Like, make your coins, sell the cards, and then buy that player. But that's so hard to do this year.
100% agree. When people ask me, I try to promote this game. I love this game with a passion. Ever since I was a child, I've loved this game. And anybody will tell you, I will sit here and defend this game till I'm blue in the face. You can bring up other games, whatever. I defend my culture. But when somebody comes up with and I've even said in live streams and in live videos, it's like, it's hard. It's hard to try and answer people when they say, should I do this? Should I do that? And just like, you're just wasting money at that point, man. You shouldn't be doing it. And then people will say, well, you're the reason why people are you're the reason why they're making so much money. You're buying every single pack, and like, I don't do it for myself. I don't need the cards. I could win in this game without them. I don't need them. I could work my way up and get myself a decent team and still win 75% of my games. Yeah, they're gonna be games I'm gonna lose to people that I'm better than, but they have better cards. But that's not going to happen too often. For the most part, I'm going to be winning 75% of my games with a decent 94 overall team. But I do it for the people that can't afford to, do it because they want to see packs, right? They want to see reactions. Yes.
In 15, when you were the first 99,
I got robbed by Smooth, man.
You were the first 99.
I was the first on Xbox, though. You
were the first 99. Let's be real.
I was.
I remember, dog, I couldn't afford those cards. You were out here with 20 mil, getting every new card every day. You had like 5 gameplays a day. I swear to God, I watched every single one of them. Me and my brother, every single one of them. Because you always had the best cards. And I'm like, how the hell? Was that the year where you could do face catching?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, that might have been one of my favorite years. And you had your Calvin Johnsons that you could face catch. It's like, I agree with you on that. And the whole mentality that if you don't buy packs, they'll make the pack odds better, that's great in theory. But if you look at it from a business perspective, that's not how that works. If somebody decides to boycott you, you don't lower the price. You just change your strategy. Or somebody that you don't make odds bet. Like, that's not how that works. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that you're not at the mercy of the million people that play your game.
Yeah, I talked to somebody who actually owns a coin site, and I don't, ever promote. I just don't do any type of coin promoting whatsoever. But he talks to me. He was like, you will be surprised how many people where I talk to them, and they say, I see Toke, I see GS, I see IMAD, I see all these guys with the top cards, and these are the cards that I want to get, and these are the cards, like, I want the cards that they have, and it's like, it costs a lot of money, man. $1,000 for one Sean Taylor.
Dog, like, yeah, and it's crazy because it's like $1,000 is a lot of money to me or to you that makes money off the game, a good amount.
Yeah, let anybody let them have right on the front cover $1,000 right now. Get you this card right now. Who in their right mind would do it? Who?
No one. Not a soul. And that just doesn't, like. This brings me into like MUT rewards. I have a huge issue with MUT rewards. If you spend my I guess suggestion to Madden, if you spend more than $1,000 on that Madden game, you should get next year's for free, 100%. You should get it for free.
Did you?
Maybe it's not early.
Last year?
No, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't. The last. I mean, I was lucky enough to. I guess this is a perk for missing out on all the money by from not coin. And I will say, and I've said it to Rex, and I'll be honest. I do feel like for the people that are not coin selling, I feel like they try to make an effort. I've been offered to be flown out to EA and stuff like that. They've been tremendous for me, this year. They've really been amazing with me this year. But like 2 years ago, when I had spent so much, it's like I didn't get a copy. Last year from rewards, I didn't get a copy, and it's just like how much do you have to spend? Who's getting these copies? How? I don't understand. But you're right. Like $1,000 should add. That's so much.
That's $1,000. That is over 1,000. Like let's think if Madden was $100, right? The game costs $100. You spent that much, 1,000%. You literally did that 10 times. And Madden's only $60, but you spent 1,000. Do you know how many people spend at least $1,000 on this game? It's.
Rob did it in a few hours. What people don't understand is that there is so many people like him that we don't know about, that are, Mikey Sweats, myself, and like I try to tell people, they're like, you know what, if you just don't buy packs, and then I'm like, you don't understand. There's so many people like me that don't have Twitter, they don't know anything about YouTube, they don't care, they just spend a lot of money. It's a hobby for them. There's thousands of them that spend so much money, way more than I do. How can I reach those people? There's nothing I can do about it. There's a lot.
That's why I said it's more than that. When people say stop buying packs, it's more than that. That's not that can't. That's a great idea, and if you do it, all the power to you. But it's more than that.
Man, this is so. Oh my goodness.
Madden
18. I don't even want to talk because people just start talking about like how much money did you spend? Or like you can go on ahead. Like you said, you can get yourself a very nice car with the amount of money I spend.
No, seriously.
Car. And then in a few months, all the cars that I have right now
are going to be worth nothing.
Not like I can bring them with me next year.
That's just sad. Like there should be carryover. Like, how about this? How about this? If you're able to bring over like 5% of your coins from Madden 17 to Madden 18. If they could somehow figure that out, 5%. That's not a lot. But that's something to start you out. Or like if you end the year with a 99 team, you get an 89 overall base elite to start the year. Or something like just reward people for spending what?
Some type of head start.
Right, exactly. Like reward people who literally spend unreal amounts of money on this game. Because at the end of the day, like if you have the money to spend, it's a fun thing to do. Opening packs is a fun thing to do. 2 years ago, I guess last year in Madden 16, I would open packs off camera, not record, just because I love doing it. I actually pulled stuff, and I could sell it back. I could do large quick sells. I could flashback packs. Don't even get me started on that shit. Oh my. And this year, it's like nothing. I barely open up packs. I was literally a pack opening channel last year. And I barely open them up this year.
Man, just the whole discussion of, we can talk about how that goes forever. Your mama made a good point. He was streaming the other day, and I donated him, because he had like a 94 overall team. I donated him 99 Lawrence Taylor. And I wish I would have known this Lawrence Taylor was coming out, because that card literally went from when I bought not even the Ultimate Legend, just the base Legend. Got him for 1 million coins yesterday. Now he's going for 400. Disgusting. But I gave him that. He was just going crazy. Like, oh, thank you so much. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to use this card. And he's like, you know, joking around. He's like, I'm gonna bring him with me next year. Like, I'm never getting rid of this card. And he made a good point. He's like, you telling me when this game ends, I gotta go get him again? I never thought of that. That's a good point, man. Like, I worked hard and a lot, you know, between solos and wagers and spending money to get this Randy Moss. And next year I gotta do it again? I gotta get another Randy Moss? It's a good point.
It's there's a lot of stuff. Like I'm reading in the chat here. Like guys, I'm just spitballing ideas here. Like these are like this is literally off the dome. I'm just making stuff up. But my whole point is like not necessarily give 5% of your coins or whatever, but just give people a better head start or better abilities to make coins or better rewards for spending thousands of dollars. Like you can't tell me if you're one of the people typing in the chat, if you spent $500, you think it's okay that means nothing in a year from now. You can't tell me that you think that that's okay.
To end this on a good point, very quickly, team play is coming back.
Oh hell yeah!
But it's MUT related.
I'm all for that.
I like the idea, and I like how they have the coach, so somebody without a MUT team can play.
Yep.
But they finally bring it back. This is something we've been asking for a long. I feel like in dead spots like this, we can do a lot more collaborations. I can say me and my 2 subs versus you and your 2 subs. You know, if you're streaming, I can now play with 5 people at once instead of just one. We all know a game takes 40 minutes. Now instead of, you know, in 3 hours, I can play with 15 people instead of just 3. And it just makes a huge difference. Like, and their story mode is. What are you most excited about next year? Is it the pack odds? Talk to me.
Is it the pack odds? Lol. That shit ain't gonna change. No. Probably what I'm most excited. This is so cynical that I'm saying this. The thing I'm most excited about next year is that it's not Madden 17. Just everything about it is gonna be different. And I need a refresh. I did not have a good year. Like, well, I mean, obviously my YouTube did, but like, it just in terms of like playing and having fun, I did not have as fun of a year as I did in 16 and 15 and 25. And I'm excited for team play. I think that is a fantastic addition. I think that is really awesome. The guys who created that, I wish I could give them like the biggest high five in the entire world. Like that's awesome. Like, thank you. The people who created career mode, you're finally rewarding the people who don't have good internet connection. Have a good game mode like franchise, that is sick. But everyone wants a cool career mode. Like it. So my brother, he goes to school down in the South, and his internet connection is terrible. But he's the biggest Madden fan ever. He loves Madden, right? But his internet connection is terrible. So he can't play Ultimate Team. He can't play online. He can't play this. You can only play franchise for a certain amount of time before it just gets repetitive. The fact that they now have something like a career mode for people that don't have great internet is fantastic. I think that is awesome.
That is, yeah. As somebody like when you compare this game to 2K, and it's like they just have so many things where you can just go from park, you can go to my team, you can go to career mode, and stuff like my brother doesn't know anything about Ultimate Team. He's always been an offline franchise guy and stuff like that. So to do something that's going to appeal to them. And let's be honest, as a YouTuber, that's just more content for us, man. We get to step away from MUTs, from salary cap, from because some people are like, yo, I don't want to play MUT. Play salary cap. It's the same thing. It's different cards. There's no difference though. Like,
it's the same thing,
like,
except worse
I'm
cards.
not gonna get away from MUT and play draft. You're like, yo, just take your mind off of MUT. Relax. Go play some draft champions. Like, it's the same thing, man. But now
it's the same game. It's the same gameplay. Team play is gonna play so much different. It's gonna play so much different because you're user controlling. Now, when I go out and get myself a Calvin Johnson, because I swear to God, if they don't have Calvin Johnson next year, I'm gonna riot. But when I get myself a Calvin Johnson next year and I want to test out to see if he's good, I don't just have to throw streaks to him. I can user control him, right? I can see how good he is.
You can see that route running, that acceleration firsthand.
Exactly.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. And his Munker, that is an excellent point, Michael.
Well, dog, you're welcome.
That is an excellent point. We can actually try out the cards manually that we would never be able to do because everything is computer controlled besides the quarterback. So we rely on them to run the routes and all that stuff. But now we can see how quick they cut, how fast they can maneuver around. That's a very good point. I never even thought about that aspect of it.
That's probably the aspect I'm most excited about, because I'm probably an annoying player to play against online. If I get a new card, I guarantee you I'm gonna use him every play. I'm gonna go to him every play. If that means I target him 27 times in a game, I'm gonna target him 27 times in a game, because I love getting that new card and just using him and having fun with him. And now with the ability of having somebody else to play with you, like as a quarterback, you can say, "Yo, dude, I'm about to run this like deep post." And then I'm gonna do an out really hard just to test his route running.
Yeah, see, Mike, I'm just gonna run a 9. I'm gonna run a 9. Just throw it towards the sideline when I loop around.
Exactly. And you can do that now. And I think that's gonna be awesome. Like someone in the chat said, "Can't you player lock?" Yeah, you can, but you have to rely.
It's not the same thing, man.
It's not. You have to rely on the quarterback.
Player lock to team play when you're controlling. First of all, the camera angle is goofy as hell. And it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not. I think Mutt Squads is great. I'm very happy they did it in Madden Ultimate Team. I understand that it's a money grabber, but I'm okay with it because I'm gonna spend money. I want to be able to use those players with those awesome teams. I really wish there's a version of Draft Champions. I know we haven't got any information on that, but I can almost guarantee you that just like it was in Madden 16 when they introduced Draft Champions halfway throughout the year and it literally revamped Madden and it made it more popular, guarantee you they're going to do the same thing next year.
You mean like team play but Draft Champion style?
Yep, exactly.
But that doesn't bring any...
It gives you the ability to use like cards that you wouldn't normally have. And it also gives the ability for like people that really don't play MUT, because I know a lot of people personally, and I know a lot of people just online that really like, they love Madden, they love the cool cards, but they just don't want to spend the money on MUT, and they can play unranked Draft Champions. And if there's a version of that where you can play team play with just your friends, like let's say you just got a couple buddies coming over and they all have their PS4s in Madden, but they don't have an Ultimate Team, 2 other people, and how are you going to play team play?
2 coaches.
You can have 2 coaches?
No, you can't. No,
okay, I was like, shit. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, no, fair point. I mean, if that's something they would do, I even suggested that with, to I was like, yo, why don't we have team play? Even I understand that, it's not like a real money maker thing, so it's kind of like that'll bring people away. At the end of the day, it's a business. You want most of your people to be surrounded around Ultimate Team. I get it. It's like even if we have to, even if it's like Draft Champions, even if we have to, put points to lock in a team for like 5 games or something. Let's do something like that. So I can see it happening. I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited for that. I think that's going to be great. I think something that people should be wary about for the people that are listening to this is don't get your hopes up day one, because when we're talking, there are 6 people, potentially 6 people in one lobby. The servers, they might not be the best, and it might be laggy, and you might get kicked, because this is a first thing in like 4 or 5 years or however long it's been.
To end off, definitely appreciate your time, man. Definitely, appreciate you coming on, joining us. Game 1 of the finals, Cavs Warriors.
Oh God,
who you got?
Oh God, I don't want to get into.
Who you got? Man?
I don't want to destroy myself like in front of so many people. Let me just put it out there, okay? I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Kobe fan. He's gone. The Lakers suck. Okay, so I don't want LeBron to win.
You about to get a brand new ball though. You about to get a pair of balls ahead of your way. LeVar and Lonzo. Yeah.
Oh my God! I've never heard someone say it like that. There's a future for us, okay? But it's good. I'm gonna be old and gray by the time we're good again, okay? Who do I honestly think is like if I had to bet money, I'd probably say. I'm not gonna say it because I am very superstitious and jinxing. So you know what? I think the Cavs are gonna win.
So wait. So are you saying the Cavs just because you don't want to save the other team?
Yes.
Okay. If I had to put money on it, I would go Warriors, but I want the Cavs to win. I'm hoping the Cavs win, but if I had to put money on it, I would go Warriors. But since I ain't putting money on it, I'm gonna go on ahead and root for the Cavs.
I think it's gonna be either the Cavs in 5 or the Warriors in 5. I don't think it'll go long. I think one of the teams is just going to be unbelievably dominant. I think it'll be Cavs in 5 or Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I mean, last year, every game but Game 7 was a blowout. I mean, none of the games were close. It was only Game 7 that was close. So
the Warriors
definitely see it happen. Appreciate your time, my man. Before we go on ahead and sign out, any final words for the
I really appreciate being on here. This was like I literally been listening to every single one of these. This is awesome. GS, really appreciate this. Been a huge fan for a really long time. This is really awesome. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, my man. Anytime you want to jump on, you want to get some things off your chest, slide in them DMs one time. We got you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. Don't forget, all his information is in the comment section. Feel free to check him out. Not feel free. Do it. Check him out. Show him some love. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. All right, my man. Appreciate your time. That will be uploaded today. We're going to go on ahead and get ready for that Game 7. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Sick, man. Thanks, everyone in the chat for commenting and stuff like that. GS, this was awesome.